Good day, everyone. And I would like to make a few comments regarding feedback that I got from you on week 7 and week 9. Well, look, unfortunately, I cannot um, record, an extra lecture on every little topic. So, which is why I'm asking you whether you got the topic or you didn't get the topic. So, and um, the threshold that I have is that if 10% of you or more tell me that you didn't get some topic, then I'm going to record an extra lecture about it. Right. So, for example, from week 7, if 10% of you is 19, so if just one more student um, bothered to answer this survey and to tell me that you didn't get about how to find parameters of a damped oscillation from the solution plot, then I would record an extra video about it. And well there was a question on the midterm test exactly about this, and the number of students who failed to solve it was so much more than 18. So I am pretty sure that a lot of you just um, didn't really bother of answering this survey. And well, my point being is that if you um, if you spend a few minutes on answering this survey, then I would probably record an extra video about this what seems to be a very difficult topic, and then you probably would be able to solve this question during the midterm test if you watched this extra video, right? So which is why it is very important um, to spend a few minutes in the end of each tutorial answering these weekly surveys, right? So about week 9. So again, from week 9, there is a lot of kind of little topics that I had in mind, but none of them mm, is sufficiently popular for me to actually record an extra lecture, because again, I cannot record an extra lecture about everything, right? So which is why I'm conducting this service. So if I see something in particular that you want me um, uh, to talk about a bit more, then I will, but otherwise um, I will not. So uh, but there are a few very interesting comments that I would like to respond to, right? So week 9's lecture was quite rushed. Actually, it was made on purpose. So my logic is that um, if I if my lecture is very slow, then for some of you it's going to be too slow and you're going to be bored, and the lecture is destroyed, right? But if the lecture is rushed, then if you if you need to slow it down, then you can always pause it and think about what I'm talking a little bit more. So which means that you can always artificially slow a lecture down, but you cannot speed it up. So which is why in my opinion, it is always better to rush a little bit. Okay, so which is why I'm deliberately trying uh, to talk quickly and to explain things quickly when I record these lectures, because you can always slow down, right? So then this is a very important issue. So that there are too much workload for project. Maybe can give more guides and time in class for doing projects, as we are quite lost. Well, I'm definitely doing everything that I can to help students in my tutorial group. So if your tutor doesn't really help you, please, uh, write feedback about your tutor, right? Or well, if you are from my tutorial group and you need my help, just approach me. I will be glad to help. So the workload for the project is, believe me, is not too much. It's doable. I've taught this course for several years. Of course, it is a lot of work, but if you organize it, if you organize your teamwork correctly, then it becomes manageable. That's the whole point of doing this exercise. So you can organize your teamwork in the right way, right? Well, and there are some points here about. Well, let me maybe give more MCQ questions or easier computation questions. It would be better if all the application exercises consist of more MCQ questions. It's kind of the point is taken. So in the last two TBL sessions, I'm going to make it easier for you, so you can at least save some time to do the project. Well, I am also reviewing homework to make changes so that the homework becomes kind of easier to do, right? So hopefully it'll help. So the point is taken. And regarding the last comment, is that during the quiz and the lecture, the answers provided are not enough to explain the concept. I will try to review my answers in lecture 9. So the point is taken, but of course, the lecture 9 is over, so it's a bit too late. It'll probably help the future generation of mathematics students. But for lecture 10 and 11, I have tried to write very detailed answers. If any of those answers to in lecture quizzes is not sufficient, please let me know about the particular one that is not sufficient. Okay. Well, and in any case, thank you for providing this feedback. And if you are not providing this feedback, please do. It'll help. Yeah, thank you.